Hey everybody, I'm going to show you a couple of things about batteries and cheap kits. First of all batteries can overheat. All batteries, if not properly taken care of, can catch on fire. That's not the point of this thing. I'm just going to show you a couple of differences between a cheap battery and a good battery. Right. So first of all, people put a lot of emphasis on the size of the battery. This one is a generic battery. It's about 4 inches on the size wise. This one is one of our matrix battery. It's a 900, and this is under 4 inches. It's about 3.5 inches. Let me mention, this is supposed to be 1100 size, and this is supposed to be a 900 size. But I'm going to show you something. So let's open up this 1100 size battery. All right. I'm going to show you the cell that's inside this thing. It's got some fillers to be able to fit in this cap. Okay. This is a 900 matrix battery. This is the cell inside the 900 matrix battery. $1,100, $900. This is the size. Let's just make sure that this is not ultra heavy, small size battery. So we'll put it on the scale and this is 9.74 grams. 9.74 grams for this 1100 generic battery. 22.8, 22.9. Oh, let me do that again. Let me make sure everything is. Yep, 22.4 for the matrix battery. Similarly, let me show you the tanks which go on top of these batteries. To make my point simple, I'm going to show you all of these tanks. They may look similar because they are ce4 models, but the function is when you pour liquid inside these tanks, they go soak through the cotton, and then the coil vaporizes the liquid. So inside this there is a coil. It's really hard to weigh it, but I don't know if you can see the details. Inside is a coil. So that similarly could have less and more coil. So just because it looks the same, maybe you can see the coil on this one a little bit easier, the rings. So just because it looks the same doesn't mean that it has the same amount of coil or even produce the same amount of vapor. And these are all cheap little things that we are talking about. These are not, to buy a decent one is not that much expensive than to buy a cheap one. And of course, only the beginner vapors are using the ce4s again anyways. But I think vaping gets a lot of bad rap because people buy cheap things to start off with, and then they think that it's the same as the other ones and give up on vaping right away because their kit didn't work or they weren't satisfied with the experience. But looks can be deceiving. Just because a shell on the outside of e-cigarette kit is big doesn't matter, the inside cell would be the same. So just to give you a heads up, cheap ends up costing you more in the long run.